Hello, day 7 of the week on Petra's Speaking Sparks. So it's speech time. This speech is called How Do I Feel That I Feel? It all started about 25 years ago, I think. That's when I started my own business next to my job at the time. I was working for an employer at an employment agency, and next to that I wanted to build up something for myself, and I did that in a multi-level marketing concept like Tupperware. You probably know that. So it's going to people, having a party. This one was on skincare, so it was also a very nice, always a very nice evening where people were pampered. And then you sell your product, but next to that you're also finding other women or other people who want to do the same, and they become your team. And by helping your team members grow, you grow yourself as well. That's what I love about multi-level marketing, to help others and with that help yourself. Okay, little detour there. So when I started for myself, although I had this big organization behind me that could provide me with visuals, with trainings, I don't know what all, it still is you who is making your own success. So everything you do in your business has a cause and effect. And that's also when my personal development really hit off. So I started watching The Secret, for example, and that's also how I ended up in the United States doing my training with Bob Proctor, the distinguished gentleman in The Secret. Because in order for me to really work with personal development, I need to understand it. And that's why I work with those visuals, so that I can explain how energy works, so that you can benefit from it. If you know in your mind how things work, it's easier for you to practice it daily. Okay, going back 25 years, I went to a spiritual lady at the time. First time ever, never been there, never really, felt like going there. But I wanted to grow. So there I was, and I was pregnant with my son, so that was 22 years ago at this point in time. When I came there, she was talking to me and she was telling me all kind of stuff that I was like, who were you talking to? How do you know so much about me? I didn't tell you anything, right? So that was my first, ever getting into contact with spirituality, as I call it. When I got away, she gave me an exercise. I needed to practice how to feel. I was like, yeah, what the heck do you want from me? How do I feel? And she wanted me to sit on my bed every evening with my feet on the ground, barefoot on the ground, obviously. And she wanted me to feel. And there I was sitting on my bed. I was like, I don't know how I feel. What do I feel? I know I need to feel. Obviously, my head was telling me that I was feeling, but yeah, that was more like the feeling from my feet on the ground, or the feeling from my butt on the bed, but not like, what am I feeling emotionally? We weren't taught that. When I was little, my dad was in the military. I only had military kids around me, so, doesn't matter. I wasn't taught how to feel or speak about emotions. So it was so hard for me. But I can assure you, I managed. And actually, from there till now, it has been an amazing trip with ups and downs, but that's how life works, right? up to the point where I recently did also 2 Reiki courses. So I can give energy, healing energy. That's so funny. So from not knowing at all how to feel, I can now be a channel for the healing energy for somebody else. How cool is that? So actually the underlying message I want to give you is that no matter where you are in your life, if you start with personal development, know that things can shift in a major way. By feeling, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. And as I said, for me, it was important that I had visuals. So if you want to know more about my road and how I got there, feel free to go to my website and leave a comment there, and I'll get in touch with you if you would like. But be assured, you can do the same as I can. So from not feeling at all to feeling a whole bunch. And that's what I wish for you. See you next week.